Sometimes I don't know what's a dream and what is real.
Kath is a free diver who spends some time in New York, but she returns home to Thailand for two big reasons: to settle her late father's affairs and to compete in a freediving competition. However, her mom is completely against it, terrified of how dangerous the sport is.
I always say, better safe than sorry, right?
Then there's Lynn, a Thai astronaut working with NASA. Yes, an actual astronaut. While Kath dives into the deep blue sea, Lynn floats through the silence of outer space. They couldn't be more different. Lynn is about to take on a major mission aboard the Lunar Gateway space station, a huge milestone in her career.
Astronaut? Talk about setting me up for a fall.
When Kath lands in Thailand, she goes through old boxes of photos in her childhood home. She stumbles upon a picture of herself taken by Lynn during their younger, carefree days. Memories flood back: the laughter, the silliness, the way Lynn would always support her diving practice, even if it meant spending hours waiting.
Gosh, I love that girl.
Meanwhile, Lynn floats above Earth, staring down in silence. She thinks of Kath, all the love and emotions they shared. Her mind drifts to the times she watched Kath dive fearlessly into the sea. A fellow astronaut notices her zoned-out expression and teases her gently.
For me, those memories are just purely magical.
Then, something extraordinary happens. One day, a solar flare, a massive burst of energy from the sun, hits Lynn's spacecraft while she's outside, trying to fix a damaged battery. It's a life-threatening situation. At the same exact moment, Kath is deep underwater, pushing her limits during a dive. She blacks out from lack of oxygen.
Losing someone you love is really hard.
As both teeter on the edge of death, something snaps. The walls between worlds crack open, not physically, but spiritually. Their consciousnesses somehow breach the multiverse, those infinite alternate realities, as if fate couldn't bear to keep them apart.
But if all of this really is my destiny, then why does it have to be so complicated?
Suddenly, Lynn sees images of the two of them together. They're just lounging around, listening to music, being young and in love. Simple. Pure. One morning, Kath wishes she could wake up next to Lynn every morning, every day, for the rest of her life.
That's what love is like. Put into words.
But not everything is perfect. In that world, Kath's mother still doesn't support her dream of free diving. And in that reality, tragedy strikes again. During a competition, Kath stays underwater too long and loses her life.
It's so sad. You know, it's so tragic, isn't it? It is. I mean, it's like real life tragedy or something.
Kath's consciousness is in another world, and things are different. Somehow, she's younger. Lynn is still around, but doesn't recognize her. Her father is alive. It's like she's been thrown back in time, only this time, she remembers everything.
What hurts the most is that I was wrong about everything.
Driven by a sudden need to reconnect, she chases after Lynn, who's leaving town, seeing her as a stranger. Time passes. In this timeline, Lynn works as part of the event staff for a freediving competition. Eventually, they meet again. Kath's heart pounds. And Lynn? Well, fate begins to push them together. Then one day, Kath opens up to her father. She admits how tired she feels, but instead of showing worry, he encourages her to keep chasing her dream.
That's how it should be. It's a beautiful thing.
Then, disaster strikes. During a dive, Kath loses consciousness underwater, but Lynn is there. She saves her. That moment changes everything. They grow close. They talk about dreams, the universe, the sea. They laugh again. And slowly, naturally, they fall in love all over again.
Like, soulmate, destiny serious.
One evening, Lynn invites Kath to meet her the next day at a special place. Something important is about to happen. But before they can meet, tragedy strikes. A devastating tsunami hits. Lynn is gone. Kath loses her all over again, and then wakes up in another reality.
I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. That explains it. Oh, gosh.
Their emotional journey spans across realities each time, different versions of themselves, different times and places. But the same bond remains. In one reality, Kath is in Japan during a time of war. She's injured while on a secret mission. Lynn, now part of an opera troupe, finds her and takes care of her. At one point, Kath mistakes Lynn's uncle for her own father. They look identical. Lynn, suspicious at first, fears Kath might be a spy. But eventually, she learns to trust her.
Confusion comes when you're trying to convince your head of something that your heart knows is a lie.
There are moments when Kath flirts whenever Lynn indirectly calls her beautiful. One day, Kath remembers how few photos they have together and insists they take one. A simple photo, but to her, it's priceless.
I never let you forget the gift that you are in my life.
Whoever Lynn is, Kath falls in love with her all over again, but Lynn doesn't believe her story about traveling through realities. Eventually, while Lynn helps Kath escape, they're ambushed. Before they get far, Kath is shot. Lying in Lynn's arms, her final words are,
ดีใจมากที่ได้มาโลกใบนี้โลกที่แคทได้เจอกับลิน
That is so heartbreaking, but
Hopefully we'll see you soon.
This isn't your typical love story. There's no wedding. No white picket fence. No promises of forever, at least, not in the traditional sense. But what it offers might be something even more important: hope. The kind of hope that says true, soul-deep love can survive loss. That it can exist even when the odds are impossible. That love isn't confined by geography, or time, or even the fabric of reality. Because love like that, it doesn't end. It travels. It echoes. It survives. Even across the stars.